Yeah, very excited. I think playing on home soil with national team or club is always super fun for myself, and yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing some of the guys in the club over to to my area and showing them a few things and answering their questions about my country. But I think yeah, I'm just excited to play a tournament in front of my home fans. Yeah, it's huge. I think just to see these games live and be around the game in the country is going to be something that the U.S. hasn't really seen. And yeah, the exposure of the sport in the next 2 years is really going to grow and grow and grow. And when you have teams like Dortmund and Bayern Munich and Real Madrid and Man City that are all the best players in the world that are participating in these games, it sort of makes you want to check in and follow, and maybe, who knows, game by game we get a few more fans, and then, yeah, then all the promotions and all that stuff, hopefully we see as many fans in the stadium as possible, and then, of course, next year with, the World Cup, I think it'll be pretty crazy, as an understatement, but yeah, who knows, I hope as much as we can. I try to do it from here as much as possible. Other American players try to do it also, but I really just hope people watch as much as possible and get exposed to this lovely game. I think watching from the TV is so different than seeing it live, and to see someone you support so much and are passionate about live is very much so different than when you watch it on TV. It's just a different feeling and different energy that you get, and they're probably very desperate for this moment to see us live, and for us now it's really just about performing well there and putting on a good show and good games, and yeah, really just putting on and enjoying and entertaining football for them to watch. Yeah, I expect it to be great. The soccer culture is very much so growing in America, and there's a lot of kids that are really getting into the game and falling in love with teams over here. And I know Dortmund has a big following back in America also. So yeah, I expect a lot of fans for us and for all the teams in the tournament that participate. Yeah, I think obviously two huge clubs in the world of football, of course, in Brazil and in South America. Fluminense has a great history. And I know there's also a lot of Brazilians and Fluminense fans also in the States. So yeah, I expect a lot of fans, obviously good football from both teams as they have a lot of quality too. And yeah, we're going to have to be ready to go if we want to beat any team in this tournament. It's not just a walk in the park against these teams, or like anyone makes it, you have to qualify, and they deservedly did. So it shows what they did in the past is successful. And yeah, hopefully we get the win, but we expect a lot of energy and, of course, from the fans, a lot of support. Yeah, I think, number one, I've been in that stadium many times, to watch games. Obviously, it's sort of in the area of where I grew up, and, American football games and also Copa America games and also national team games that have been there in the past that I've been to. And yeah, it's one of those stadiums that I've watched so much growing up that it's sort of, maybe going to be a little bit strange to actually be on the pitch there. But yeah, I'm very excited. It's for me and of course all my family and friends in the area. I'm gonna have to get a lot of tickets for them, but no, it should be very fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think our goal of going to this tournament is for sure to try to win it. We went to the Champions League final last year, and we've made good runs in the Champions Leagues in the past. And for me, the Champions League is the most difficult competition in the world. And if we see ourselves doing well there, consistently, surely we can, put on a good performance at this tournament, the Club World Cup, and yeah, make a deep run. So, of course, it's difficult to win these kind of tournaments with the quality in them, but yeah, for us, a deep run is for sure what we want to make. And then once you get in, in the final games, anything can happen, and we would like to win, of course. Like we said, we're still a minority of U.S. players in Europe. There's not as many as, say, the bigger European countries, but we're growing, and a lot of us are doing very well in big clubs. So I think whenever there's an American playing in the Champions League or in the top 5 league or even any other really league in Europe, it's always to support each other and bring each other up, because our end goal is really to keep on growing the sport in America. And yeah, like I know Juventus is in it and they have a few American guys, and I know I always root for them whenever I watch them play live too. So I'm sure the fans will really just be, wanting to see American players live and, hoping they do well just to continue to grow the sport, really. I mean, for me, I just know Dortmund is a club that's worldwide supported and one of the biggest in the world. So it's also in the States, I know, the support that I get every week and, the club gets every week is really special. But I didn't know this fact about Cincinnati, but I think throughout the whole tournament, we're going to see traveling fans and, real Dortmund supporters that, from all around the world, from Germany, from USA, that really just, love the club and love the team and love the players. So it's sort of, like I said, almost take it for granted, because I'm so used to being around this club and how big the fans are. But it's, yeah, they'll be with us in every game, and we're sort of a bit spoiled. They stick with us through good and bad times, but yeah, they'll be with us every single game, so that I have no doubt about. I think the obvious one is, my family and friends, which is pretty clear. Obviously not being able to see them that much, and they visit as much as they can, but, it's not the same. FaceTime helps a lot with that. But, yeah, probably besides them, probably the food. The food, and yeah, I don't know, it's hard to describe. A little bit of everything. It's my home, there's no place like home, as they say. So yeah, being used to where I grew up and the same roads and, the same parks and all these little things that you have in your head and, are sort of programmed that you do in your day-to-day life. And yeah, sort of just the home feeling and yeah, I'd say just being home and the food.